The Stoic Secret. Learn to die to truly live. Hello and welcome back to Stoic Reason Forge. There is a profound silence that falls over you the moment you realize it's all finite. Not just your life, but everything. The empires we build, the fortunes we chase, the praises we crave, they are all temporary. You look at a clock, and it's not ticking, it's draining. Every moment, a grain of sand slipping through the narrow neck of an hourglass, never to return. And in that silence, a terrifying question echoes. Maybe you've asked yourself that, lying awake at 2 a.m., wondering if you're living or just rehearsing life. This feeling of time running out is what Seneca calls the disease of the preoccupied. We tell ourselves that life is short, that it's unfair, that there isn't enough time to do everything. But what if we've had it all wrong? What if the problem isn't the length of the road, but how we're choosing to walk it? Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, didn't complain about the shortness of life. He saw it as a paradox we create ourselves. In his letter, On the Shortness of Life, he writes, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous portion has been given to us for the highest achievements if it were all well invested." This was a wake-up call for me. I used to be that person. My calendar was a battlefield. Every day was a relentless pursuit of more. More meetings, more projects, more money in the bank. I was a man in a perpetual state of becoming, never being. I was so focused on the destination that I missed the journey. Seneca's words cut right through me. He wasn't talking about being lazy. He was talking about living without intention. He was talking about the man who longs for retirement but works past his prime, or the person who devotes himself to pointless intellectual debates. He argued that we are like travelers who get so lost in the landscape they forget their original destination. We live as if we're immortal, and then, at the end, we realize we were wrong. We spend our youth preparing for old age, and our old age regretting our youth. We give our most valuable asset, our time, away to anyone who asks, as if it were an endless supply. If time really is your most valuable asset, then why are you spending it like it's nothing? This isn't a modern problem. Even the Roman Emperor Augustus, one of the most powerful men in history, yearned for the day he could be free from his duties. He prayed for the simple, quiet life of leisure. Think about that. The man with the world at his feet couldn't find time for himself. His life was not his own. The Stoics saw this as the ultimate tragedy. To be the master of an empire, yet a slave to your own time. So how do we escape this? The answer is both simple and terrifying. By learning to die. This is not a morbid fascination with death, it is the most vital lesson of all. The Stoics, from Seneca to Marcus Aurelius to Epictetus, all believed that the contemplation of our own mortality is the most powerful tool for living. Why? Because death is the ultimate measure of what truly matters. It strips away the trivial, the petty arguments, the social anxieties, the need for validation. They all fade into irrelevance when you consider the finality of existence. It reveals what is truly yours. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that what truly belongs to us is our inner world, our judgments, our character, our virtues. You can lose your job, your home, even your health, but your character, that's your last fortress, and death can't breach its walls. It ignites a sense of urgency. When you stop acting as if you have infinite time, you are forced to make a choice. Will you spend this precious finite gift on what is virtuous, on what is meaningful, on what is truly good? This is the Stoics' secret weapon. They didn't fear death because they had already made peace with it. They saw it not as an end, but as a final act, a performance of a well-lived life. And that is where the living begins. Because life is not short, we just make it so. Look at how you spent your last 24 hours. Would you spend them the same way if they were your last? If you found this video valuable, consider subscribing to Stoic Reason Forge for more wisdom to build a stronger mind. And when our final day comes, we can say with a clear conscience, I have lived.